Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Death Ray here, back with some horror movie news. Now, I don't just cover any sort of news here on the channel when it comes to movies. There are a bunch of channels out there that do a really great job at that, and I just don't want to step on any toes. I can't compete, what can I say? But when it's something that I'm very passionate about or just really interested in, I do want to hop on here, follow that story, give you guys my 2 cents, and try to keep that conversation going. And that is certainly the case here today, because a few months back we got news that there were 2 Evil Dead films in pre-production, and we just got a little nugget here on one that is slated to come out in 2026. And if you guys are new to the channel, holy crap, I am absolutely obsessed with the Evil Dead. It is my favorite horror franchise of all time, especially outside of the slasher subgenre. It's a very easy call for me to make. I think it's such a consistent franchise as far as quality of the films go, and I'm really excited as to what the future could hold for the series. So let's go ahead and jump in this news story and see what we got. Real quick before we get going, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the Evil Dead franchise, and tell me how excited you are for these new entries. I love getting that conversation going with you guys. It's a great way to build community and for us to just collectively obsess over this thing until it releases here in about 1.5 years. Alright, so this story comes to us by way of John Squires over at bloodydisgusting.com. The headline here is Sebastian Vanecek's Evil Dead Burn, interesting title, releasing in 2026, and let's see what John's got to say here. In the wake of last year's box office hit Evil Dead Rise, the franchise is getting set to expand with 2 new movies, one of which is being directed by Sebastian Vanecek. Taking to Instagram this afternoon, Vanecek has announced that his Evil Dead movie is officially titled Evil Dead Burn, and he teases in the photo's caption that it'll be unleashed in 2026. Based on The Evil Dead by Sam Raimi, Evil Dead Burn is being directed by Sebastian Vanecek, who co-wrote the screenplay with Florent Bernard. Check out the script's cover page below and we will get to that. But one thing that's worth noting here is that Vanecek and Bernard also co-wrote Infested, which was Vanecek's film from 2023, a little creature feature spider film that was very well received. I mean, we're talking 95% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. And it just so happened to get the attention of Sam Raimi, Rob Tappert, and Bruce Campbell, so not so bad, buddy. The part of the article here that I'm really excited about actually is what Vanecek had to say, so I'm just going to skip to that. Vanecek says, and I quote, "I told the studio that I wanted to make a nasty film, a film that hurts, from which you come away tested. I'm going to put all the horror I have inside. It will be cathartic, and if I haven't ruined my career and I can continue to make films behind it, I will move on to something other than horror." And I love hearing this from Vanecek because, you know, if you followed the channel here for any length of time, you'll know that I enjoyed Evil Dead Rise, but I'm relatively lukewarm on it. I don't think there's a bad movie in the franchise by far. However, I felt like Evil Dead Rise kind of walked up to that line. Didn't really feel like it could cross it. I felt like the bigger moments in the film were actually sort of spoiled in the trailer. And I want Evil Dead to always be pushing those boundaries and taking things further and further. So I'm very encouraged by what Vanecek has said here. I'm hopeful that he will be able to translate that to the screen, especially when he says that he wants it to be nasty, he wants it to hurt, and he wants you to essentially walk out of the theater kind of questioning either your own sanity or what the heck did I just watch? Am I going to be okay after watching that? And I think that's what the die-hard Evil Dead fans really want to see. Now, the article goes on to say that the project is described as an original story, and there's no word on a plot or who will be producing, as they're still in the early days. And that's an interesting point there. Evil Dead Burn is a title that I don't know what it is. It just conjures up like the Salem witch trials in colonial America's history. It would be interesting to couple the Necronomicon with everything that went on then, that no, this wasn't witchcraft. All of these women are being accused of practicing that, but maybe there's a cleric within the church or something that for some reason has the Necronomicon, has unwittingly unleashed what's inside of it, and the ladies are essentially taking the blame. I don't know. That's just my postulation right now. We don't have much to go on, but I'm very, very excited. I want to know what you guys think, though. Are you looking forward to Evil Dead Burn? And what do you want to see from this franchise moving forward? Let me know in the comments section below, because I think that The Evil Dead is one of those film series that could take place in any part of the world, in any time during human history. We can get really interesting here and really stretch the boundaries, not only on the horror side, but on the storytelling front as well. That's going to be it for this quick news segment. Let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in me covering this sort of stuff here on the channel. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the content that keeps you coming back. Thank you so much for checking out the vid. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave that comment. I want to know what you think. And until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.